morning. Oh, I was rushing. My hair is still wet, so bear with me. Good morning, Jean. Thanks for dropping in. Good morning. It's Alana, right? Good morning. Good morning. Good evening, I should say, to Annette, who's in Australia. Oh, my goodness. I was rushing. I got caught up cleaning and doing a few other things, and I'm like, I really should check the time. And so Grace is making my tea for me because I didn't even have a chance to make my tea. So happy Wednesday. How are we all doing? It is finally feeling like fall here in our part of the world. Quite chilly actually this morning. I'm wearing cozy clothes finally. So hard to believe a week ago I had to turn the central air back on because it was so hot. So good morning, Tiana. Thanks for dropping in. So I have a few announcements I'll be making. I'll just give everybody a couple of minutes to come in. And for those of you who are watching the replay, the announcements are good for you too. So busy. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Woohoo, we're up to 7. So I will say my morning lives have been better with people being able to come than my evening one. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about in a few minutes. It's been a yo-yo. Honestly, all last year was crazy too. So good morning, Cheryl. Thanks for coming in. Dave, yeah, I'm wearing socks again too. It's David's still in shorts. He actually is having a problem. He is never cold. Never cold. I think the only time that man's been cold was when he had to go up to the Yukon in winter to deliver supplies to people. And he actually had like his full winter gear from the military, which he had never worn ever and for years at that point. And his eyelashes froze and everything. He did feel cold then, but it takes a lot. He's actually quite uncomfortable with it. So I just think his natural core temperature is higher than most of us, and it takes a lot before he says he's cold, like a lot. So it was a beautiful sunny spring day here today. Oh, that's nice. The sun was out. I don't know if it's going to stay out. I hope it stays nice because I've been panicking because I got to get my garlic in the ground. I've got to get it in the ground. I'm going to separate it all today, and I might get it in the ground today. And if it means not being able to do some other things to the garden to get them ready for winter, then that's it. At least I get the garlic in, right? I'm kind of over gardening season this year. I'm definitely changing quite a few things the way I do next year. I'm not sure why I'm feeling so about my garden. I'm sure it's just exhaustion. I mean, I am exhausted. So hopefully my second wind will come back in the spring, but I'm still going to change some things about what I did. I planted mine yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to get my garland. Yeah, we've had nothing. I don't want to complain because we need rain. We need rain desperately, but it's like I got to get this garlic in the ground. Now, to be fair, it only arrived last week. I ordered mine from In My Gardener this year, and I got one soft neck variety, which I've never grown before. I usually grow all hard neck, but I want to be able to braid the garlic strands, so I'm going to try that. I also am trying music variety, which I've never had before, but that's supposed to be like the Cadillac of garlics, and my Russian one that I always grow. So I'm going to have to get it in the ground. Maybe I'll get all the cloves separated today, and I'll get some extra hands this evening, and we'll get out there before it gets dark and plant it. Like I said, I haven't even put my garden to bed yet. I haven't been out there a lot. I harvested I'm assuming my last harvest of chamomile just a couple days ago. I got like another cup of it. It's crazy how well my chamomile is doing. I have some more calendula that was ready to blossom. We haven't had a frost here yet, so I'm hoping I can still get a few more calendula flowers. And I picked some yellow beans, but they were too big because I hadn't been out there because of the rain. And my carrots, I just want to keep them. I might keep them in there to spring this year and try. They're not looking too great. And I'm sure it's because I wasn't out there watering it as often as I should have. But I did pick the last crookneck squash off the vine and the last few herbs, but now I just need to clean up the darn garden. So good morning, Canadian Family Life. Thanks for coming in. I had some empty spots in a couple of our raised garden beds, so planted some beans, leeks and beans. Yep. Wow, my chemos don't notice it. I think we have a bit of a cool. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, and I'm specifically leaving some because I want it to reseed itself and see how it does next year on its own. But I got a good mason jar full of chamomile flowers this year, so I am very excited. So, a couple of the announcements. One announcement is going forward, my lives are going to be around this time. Evenings are just not convenient for me, at least this point right now. I'm pretty much exhausted by 8:30 at night, and just trying to get a live done in the evening and it goes till 9-10 o'clock is just, it's too hard for me. I also tend, Dave and I spend a lot of time together in the evenings. He works all day, so then we have our evenings together. So, and quite frankly, I have 14 of you all right now in the chat right now. That is one of the best I've had in a while. I do seem to be doing better with the amount of people who can come to the lives during the day. And also my international friends like Annette, who, nighttime for, she can still pop in the morning. So if I'm going to continue to do lives, I have to do them when they're convenient for me. Unfortunately, I know it's not always going to work for everybody, but you can always watch the replay. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. Hi. Thank you for watching the replay. But it's just, I have to be able to do what's convenient for me if I'm going to be successful at doing lives. So that's one of my announcements is going forward. My lives are going to be in the mornings, probably around 9:30. I'm going to try 9:30. And if I can't do, if that is still too early, I might push for 10, but it's good for me. So I'm sorry if it's not good for all of you. It's impossible to pick a day that works for everybody and a time that works for everybody. It's just not going to happen. So I have to pick the time that's convenient for the person who's doing the live, which is me. So that's one of my announcements. So going forward, I am going to be doing lives during the day. You might catch an occasional evening, especially if it's one that David's going to be on with me. But for the most part, yeah, this is it for the next little bit. Daytime lives. Good morning, Jamie. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching those ads. I was able to forage so much wild chamomile. I don't even know if I've ever seen wild chamomile, to tell you the truth. I mean, maybe I have seen it and thought it was something else. It's quite possible. But congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's my another announcement. There is going to be a giveaway coming. I know I've been saying that, I think, for 2 months now. But then I keep hitting another milestone. But I'm still trying to gather some prizes, and, I don't have unlimited money, so I have to do it in stages, and shipping is going to cost me a lot for some things. So I need to wait until at least after this month. So hopefully I'm planning it in November. Maybe I'll do it around my birthday too. I'm not sure, but I'll see what I can do. So are you keeping? Yes, it will still be Wednesdays. It's still going to be Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. Good morning, Linda. Thank you for joining. Yep. So that's one of my announcements. Another announcement is I am doing an open co-hosting an open collab with Annette from our Urban Homestead. It starts November 1st. Anyone can join, and it's going to be, Annette, did we decide on a hashtag? Is it hashtag homemade handmade Christmas or hashtag handmade homemade Christmas? Or if you could just remind me, I'm not sure what we really decided on. But it's going to go from November 1st to December 20th. Just use that, whatever hashtag it is. I'll get Annette to tell me here in a second. And make sure you tag Annette at Our Urban Homestead. Wow, that's hard to say. And Bucket List Homestead in your videos, please. You can save as many, do as many videos as you want. It can be a craft. It can be baking something. It can be, be creative. Show ways that, you want to give somebody. I know I always try to make the kids a gift every year. I have an idea for Grace, which I can't say because she's over there. But Aiden, I'm still thinking on something for him. But here he is. Hashtag handmade homemade Christmas. Okay, so it's going to be hashtag handmade homemade Christmas. Okay, so this is the hashtag. And like I said, it's an open collab. Anyone can join. November 1st, it's going to start to December 20th. You can do as many videos as you want. And like I said, let's get creative. Maybe you make gift certificates for people and offer to clean their home. Or you make freezer meals for somebody for 5 days or a month, whatever it is. Like do, whatever. Let's see how creative we all can get. Yeah, so that starts November 1st. And it's starts November 1st and goes to December 20th. We started early because usually if you're making something, it takes a while. So so that's my another announcement that I'm making about that. And hello, I know I saw, there she is. Hey, Tanya, thanks for coming in. It's an early live. I don't know if you just missed the announcement, but I'm going to be doing my lives daytime now in the mornings because it's just more convenient for me. Evenings are just too difficult. So, and this is much better. You get me a lot more energetic because I'm definitely a morning person. I find by 2-3 o'clock, I start getting tired and going down. You definitely will get me more energetic. And it just evenings I spend time with David, and I'm so wiped by 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I mean, I just am. And this is time of year that David and I tend to play games in the evening. We play a lot of crib. We have game night typically with the kids, whatever night. And with Aiden working and cross country and just all the other craziness going on, trying to finish our garage reno, trying to get this garden to bed before winter. There's a lot going on. So see, that's perfect. No, and that's awesome. I know I love homemade presents. But then again, I'm a sentimental fool. But I love homemade gifts. Gracie usually makes us something every year too. So that is, I just love getting them. I will say I'm nervous about giving handmade gifts to some people because you never know how they're going to go over. I'm always nervous when I give away when I do something for babies and my family or my friends, crochet. You can ask David and the kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, do you think it's okay to send this? Should I send this? I'm always so nervous. And then when I see a couple of my friends and some of my family members have used the crochet items I've made, their little ones, in their photos, like when they go to get their pictures done. Like, I'm like, wow, you must like it if you're going to put it in a photo. So that is pretty cool. I've been working on mine for a while. I have a friend here in Trenton whose son went to California. He got drafted by a college there for baseball. It's a pretty big deal. And it costed a lot of money because California is expensive. It's like I think California is like living in Canada, quite frankly. She's doing a fundraiser, and she asked if I had anything I could donate, which I absolutely do. I'm going to donate. Thank you, Grace. Gracie just made my tea for me because I didn't have a chance. Just a second. Perfect. She makes the best cup of tea. So I have something I'm working on there. I'm making a shawl and possibly a snooty. If anybody watched Wednesday, show. Grace and I loved it. The Addams Family kind of spinoff on Netflix. One of the characters crocheted a snooty. That's what she called them, right, Grace? A snood? Yeah, a snood. And I made a couple for Grace and I last year, and I told her maybe I could do that. So I think I'm going to do either 2 shawls or a snood and a shawl. I haven't decided yet. I have the shawl's almost done, and I think I have a snood already done somewhere in my stash. So I'm doing that too. So again, in the evenings, that's what I do. I sit down. If Dave and I are watching a movie or a show or whatever, I crochet in the evenings. So I found my housework suffered during harvest season and gardening season because it just was crazy. And now it kind of suffers a little bit because it's that time of year where I am crocheting so much because I try to do it during the day, but I do have some canning I need to do this week. I got to do something with, I have all these apples that I still am working through. And I just bought 4 bags of cranberries. So I got to do some things with that. I make homemade fudge every year and give it to family. Yep. My father always used to make fudge and give it. The family got to the point, I think there was one year he didn't make it, and the family was like, where's the fudge? I typically make a bunch, and David takes it into his work. And that's really nice. Last year or the year before, they were so appreciative. They gave me a gift card. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so nice. But no, I love to bake, but I don't necessarily want it all in the house because I also don't want to be 500 pounds by Christmas. So yes, my niece and her boyfriend, they just moved into a really, really nice renovated trailer, so much better than the place they were living in. I prayed so hard they would get this, and they got it. And but you know, they're young. They both work. I think he works 2 or 3 jobs, and her brother, my nephew, lives with them, and he works. But it's still hard, especially heating oil. And like I told my sister, don't buy them a bunch of stuff they don't need or whatever. Go down to the oil place and say, look, I want to buy for Christmas, you know, $300-400 worth of oil for my daughter and have it delivered. Like things like that. Gift cards. My grandmother and my husband's parents, we usually send gift cards to the grocery store. My grandmother, I won't be because she went into assisted living and it's wonderful. We're so happy for her. Just this past 2 weeks, she got a private room with her own bathroom. That was the main thing that was keeping her from moving into assisted living. And she's 94. For the most part, very healthy. But now, you know, she has somebody, you know, making sure she's eating and taking her medication properly and everything. So anyway, we had a lot of prayers answered in our family last couple of weeks. But I think that like, and times are hard. So gift cards to a grocery store are a fabulous. My in-laws love it when we do that because that's usually what we send them. If we don't send them like money through a, you know, email transfer or whatever, we do gift cards to the grocery stores and stuff. And that helps a lot. Lynn, I am like that with my quilts. I am so afraid they're not going to use them. Yeah, you know what really hurts my heart a little bit when we go to thrift stores and I see homemade crocheted baby blankets or knitted or little sweaters and hats, and you see them in a thrift store and they don't look like they were ever used. And it breaks my heart because if people only knew how much, not only how much time and love goes into it, but it's expensive, especially yarn. Like I would literally, just to get my money back on a typical baby blanket, I would have to charge anywhere from 75 to over 125, maybe even 150, depending on what kind of yarn I use. And that's just to get my money. Like it's expensive, like, you know, just to try to get something out of them. That's why I don't make them for, to sell, because I could never get what I need, to make it worth it. So I always make baby blankets as gifts. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. I make a new Christmas order every year and I buy them all one special every year. Yeah. My kids always, I mean, man, the first year, their first Christmas, I think everybody decided to do that, not knowing David and I were also buying them their first gift. Sorry, my ribbon. I have a thing of ribbon up here and one of them was falling off. So they have a lot of first year, but we always, even now, we still get an ornament for them. I do for years. Every year when Grace was 6, I took her to see the Nutcracker ballet for the first time. We've gone a couple of times since then. And I made her first Nutcracker. And then every year after, we got one. And last year, I told her, last year she was 19. And I think last year we said would be the last year because then she had an even amount. And I made her one last year. So she's got quite a few now. So quite a few. So yeah, that I mean, if we see something that is really something she doesn't have or something, maybe, but we always did that every year. I usually gave it to her on her birthday so she could put it out for Christmas. But because her birthday is in just a few weeks, actually, near the end of October. Yeah, I love mine when I go out with the chickens in the winter because everything stays so warm. So, good morning, Love the Land every day. Thank you for dropping in. With the price of it, yeah. I mean, I used to do a lot of quilting with baby quilts and stuff. I made both the kids a baby quilt. My nieces and nephews got baby quilts, and just looking at like fabric is crazy expensive now, and the batting has gone up like crazy. It's not a cheap gift for someone to make you that. I'm telling you right now. So it's crazy. Yeah. So when you see people, charging, gosh, they're, it's crazy. But that's why, because it costs them, they're out $1,000 and they're still not probably charging what they should be for something. What I find hard to compete with is the dollar stores. Like I always made pumpkin hats, apple hats, and sold them this time of year. Well, then the dollar store started selling them. And, I sold mine for $10. And I'm telling you right now, I didn't make a fortune off of them. And they're selling them for anywhere from $3 to $4 or Dollarama. It's hard to compete with that. Now, I will say you can wash my hats a million times and they're going to look great. I can't guarantee how the dollar ones are going to look after you washed them a few times. So, sorry, my hair is bugging me because it's still wet. So that's hard. That's really hard to compete when you've got the dollar store doing that. So, yeah, I have 3 totes full of crocheted things that I made for craft fairs, and I end up not doing well. And yeah, so I don't do it a whole lot for money anymore. Yeah, exactly. Really? Wow. Yeah, you can't buy cigarettes. You can't buy, I mean, you can get specific gift card for the LCBO, our liquor stores. You can get gift cards for there. But yeah, me too. I'm going to see if I can find you a picture of a snud. Hold on. I just realized too, um, a snood was something in that, what do you call it? The Lorax. I'm trying to find, this is knitted. And let me see. Here we go. There's a good picture. Now let me see if I can share this. Right. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Come back to StreamYard. Let me present, share screen. There it is. Share. Da-da. There we go. So that's a snud. Let me see if I can scroll down a bit. See how it's basically, it goes over your head. It's like it goes up over your head, and I love them. I have one. And Grace has one, and I just find them so much easier to go out in the winter and the chickens and everything. And I don't know if she has a picture. There it is in black. And I think that's it for the pictures. Oh, there it is from the side. Dun, dun, dun. And what I like is I can use the really thick, let me see, StreamYard. I can use the really thick yarn and it goes even faster. I can whip one up really fast. They don't take long. So yeah, thanks for having this show. Is making me hungry. Yeah, we talk about food a lot. Hello, Tina. Thank you for dropping in. See, I got 15 people in my evening lives. I haven't even been having that many. So I actually want to make one of my shawls as a giveaway too for my 5,000 subscriber giveaway live that I'm trying to get started. I'm thinking of it. What do you all think? Do you think I should give one away? Like, is that something somebody would want? Or I'm making apple preserves and apple jelly. I got to get to my apples today. I'm actually thinking about doing an apple cranberry juice because I got some cranberries yesterday. So I think I might do some of that. I have a video that's going to be coming out possibly Sunday, updates on a lot of things I've made or canned the last few months, and we're going to see how they worked out, some of the newer things. So yeah, I'm really excited to do that video. Hello, Carol from Louisiana. Thank you so much for dropping in. Maybe I can get Grace. Actually, we hate jalapenos. I don't grow them. I don't eat them. I do not like jalapeno. We don't like spicy. We just don't. So, okay. I wear them as a cowl as well. Yes. So this is one that I'm working on right now. Grace got the yarn attached to it. I love these colors. Hold on. Let me make sure that doesn't come undone. Da, da, da. So, can you see it? So it's not quite done. I got to make it a little bit bigger so it will go. I like the shawls to come around a lot, almost like a blanket. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing one of them as a giveaway. Maybe I'll do a snoot as a giveaway too. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, my colors. I love blues and greens. So thank you. So yeah, I have another one I'm doing in a different yarn. It's almost a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a fleece yarn. It's really, really soft and fuzzy kind of. And I love working with it. Like working with it feels nice on your hands. So hello. I think I forgot to say hi to you. Yes, that's a great giveaway. Okay. Well, maybe I will add one then to my giveaway pile. I'm getting a nice little pile of gifts. So and it's hard because I want to pick things that won't cost me a fortune to mail. I know that sounds terrible, but our shipping cost here is off the charts. It's insane. And I want to thank all of you who watched my bonus video I put out on Monday, our Thanksgiving. You all were so kind. I was a little nervous because it was a little bit different than something I usually do, but it's something I've been wanting to try. So you all were wonderful. So thank you. It was fun. And yeah, that's I'm trying to find a dachshund one, but I haven't had any luck finding one. Good. Yep. I forgot where I was talking about. Give me a second here. Oh, shipping and stuff. Yeah, it's just crazy here. And thank you for liking my video. That's what I was talking about. So thank you so much for that. So our shipping costs they're nuts. I mean, it actually costs me less to mail something to the States than it does to mail something in the same province I'm in. and it's just going like a 3-hour drive. It's insane. I love to thanks. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I had to stop doing Christmas cards because it costs, because most of my relatives are American. So the last time I did it, it was like $1.25 to mail a card to the States. And I'm sure it's gone up since then. So thank you. I'm glad you all liked that video. Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you all are so nice. Yeah, it was something I was working on, and I didn't necessarily want to take you through everything because I did that last year on our Thanksgiving video, but I just, we had a great day. It was fun. Just being together, and the turkey was amazing, and I made turkey soup last night, but we are having steaks from Tiana tonight because we need some red meat. I think we're a little turkeyed out. I also got notice that my Ireland subscription box is supposed to arrive today for October. That's a lot sooner than September's came. Very weird. I'm really shocked it's coming so soon. Supposedly, that's what it says. So I'll be filming that today for you all because you all said you wanted to see October, so you're going to see October. And it's so much fun. I can't imagine what that would cost. Can't imagine. I have a cousin that sends email Christmas cards. Yeah, I used to do that, right? But now with, social media and everything, the families are all kind of updated about everything we're doing now. But I think the last time I did cards, because I also used to put the kids' school pictures in with all the cards. The last time I did it, counting the American side and the Canadian side, we were well over $60 some, and I said that was it. I wasn't going to do it anymore, and that was a few years ago. So now we just send like a card to my mom and dad and David's mom and dad, and most of my mother's sisters and brothers, a lot of them live in Florida, so I send all the kids' pictures to her and she gives them out for me. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. Striploin steaks is what we're going to have tonight. It was amazing. It wasn't what we planned on spending on a turkey. Because fresh turkeys are more expensive, local fresh turkeys, which I totally think they're worth it. It was amazing. But like I said, this month, David is part-time. So we're down like a whole, the funds and everything. But I went to buy a frozen turkey, and the front of the frozen turkey said seasoned. And I don't remember ever seeing that before. And I thought that was weird. So Grace and I flipped one over to look just to see. And I'm expecting to only see turkey on the ingredient list. The things that were on this list with the turkey was shocking. I mean, some of the stuff I couldn't even pronounce. And I'm like, what is going on? Like everyone we found. So I called David and he said, nope, we'll order a local one and we'll tell him we want a 15-pound one. Well, our turkey ended up being very close to 18 pounds because that was as close as they could get to 15. And David didn't necessarily look at that until we got home. And he says, I looked at him. I said, that does not look like a 15-pound turkey. That thing is huge. And it wasn't. But that being said, we've had 3 meals out of that one turkey. So I'm feeling a little bit better. I made a big thing of broth for the soup out of that I made yesterday. And we still have 2 bags of frozen turkey. So I'm going to have to do something with it. I'm not 100%. Yeah, I was shocked. Absolutely. I was appalled, actually. Really upset. It was really good. It really was. I bought one of those turkeys by accident last year. Yeah. Like, I was like, what is going on? And I've never seen, maybe I'm wrong, but I've never seen it say seasoned before. And I'm like, what the heck is seasoned turkey? Like, what does that mean? And the ingredients were shocking to me. Croquettes. Ooh, those sound good. And Karen from Buttercup and Firm, she also gave me a good idea. I think it was like a shepherd's pie kind of thing that we might try with the leftover turkey. So as well as cooking, I cooked 2 turkeys. Yeah, I mean, it still was probably it was $30 more than we planned on spending on a turkey. So that just tells you how expensive it was because it had gone up from, and that's our fault because we didn't ask them. We didn't realize that the price per pound had gone up over $1 more a pound. So that was pretty upsetting. Okay, so I know this is happening in the States, Jean, and so I've been doing some research just because I was curious about it. From what I understand, this your food has had this in it. It means it's got some GMOs or whatever for a long time, but they made it so they have to start telling people on the label, from what I understand. So it's actually been happening a long time. Y'all just didn't know it, supposedly. Like, I could be wrong, but that's what my research has been finding. And so yeah, it means it's not it means it's got, the GMOs, which obviously is genetically modified. So from what I understand, though, you've all been having it for a while. It's just by law now they have to put it on your packaging. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But that's what seems to be the consensus of people I've been, reading and stuff. So yeah, they are sneaking like crazy. Yeah, I remember one year my parents got a turkey, years ago, and it had zero flavor. I think they just shoved that thing full of water to get it to look heavier. And it was very tasteless, very, very tasteless. I will tell you, we are raising 2 turkeys next year. We've decided. David said, "Yep, that's it. We're going to raise 2 turkeys, one for Canadian Thanksgiving and one for our Christmas, because we wanted to do it this year and we just didn't get to it. We're going to do it. I hope they'll let me buy just 2 turkeys, 2 turkey chicks. I hope they'll just let me buy them because we don't want 10. That's more than we need. Layer in veggies, gravy, stuffing, then potatoes. It sounds good. Yep, it sounds really good. So that's on my list of things to try. I still haven't tried my yogurt, which is also on my list of things to try. Then I'm getting some too. Oh, that would be awesome if we can do that, Tiana. Yes, we're down for that. So what I want to know, Tiana, is like, I'm the research queen. It says turkeys and chickens can live together. Is that true? Like, do we need to have a separate coop for the turkeys? Or can they go in with the chickens, or should we just separate them anyway? It seems to be a lot of like differing opinions on what we should do. Hey, Mandy. Well, one of the main things is my lives are going to be daytime now, going forward on Wednesdays at 9:30. It's more convenient for me, and I just can't. I can't do the evenings, so that's one of them. The other announcement is starting November 1st, I am co-hosting an open collab with Annette from Our Urban Homestead. I've forgotten already. The hashtag handmade homemade Christmas. And it's, making gifts for people or your own decorations. The sky is the limit. It can be something you bake, something you cook, something you craft, something you volunteer to do for somebody as a gift. Whatever it is, get as creative as you can. Just use our hashtag, and I'll have more coming out. I'm actually going to do a video, I think, about it, just so more people can see it. And make sure you tag Annette at Our Urban Homestead and myself, Bucket List Homestead, in your video. And you can put out as many videos as you want from November 1st to December 20th. So just trying to, bring a little bit of what Christmas really is back into people's lives, and help with the wallet too. Though sometimes homemade gifts, like we've said, homemade gifts aren't always the cheaper option. So we see so many wild turkeys around here, and David and Aiden did want to go hunting this year, but we didn't get all of our paperwork done in time for David with the licensing for the rifles and stuff. So definitely definitely want to start doing some hunting. Oh, that is a great idea. That is good. I will say turkey is one of the few meats all four of us in this house eat. So that's one of the things I don't mind cooking because I know the kids will eat it too. So, yep, that's on my list of things to try too. I haven't checked in to see if it's really true, but I read the ingredients in Great Value marshmallows contain fish. Oh, yuck. So, it's funny because everyone told us to get more chicks, meat bird chicks, because you'll always lose some. We didn't, knock on wood. I don't know why I'm knocking on wood. They're all in the freezer now. We didn't lose a single chick. Every one of our chicks we got, our meat bird chicks, every one of them survived, which is good. I'm happy. We have 11 chickens in our freezer. Well, not now because we've ate a couple, but yeah, I wouldn't know. It'll be my first year doing turkeys. My mother-in-law always did them, but she just let them free range the farm. Yeah, I can't let them free range here, but I have some friends who have done it, and I'm pretty sure they've had them with the chickens. But David thinks we're going to do a little coop, them just a small coop for them, and kind of thing, and just keep them separated. Just, I don't know, just in case. So, yeah, I know, and I have friends who've had them together. So yeah, there is a lot. It's that time of year for collaboration. So, okay, thank you. Yep, that's great. And these are things we want to learn because when we do move, God willing, in the next 2 years, we hope to have an area where we can raise, if we want, 10 turkeys and have 20 chickens and raise more meat birds. And David wants to get a horse again. He hasn't had a horse since he left his parents. And there's so many things we want to do, but we want to learn it. So when we get there, we have some some experience. So okay. Yeah, those are awesome gifts. I don't care for moose. Don't like it at all. And I haven't had venison in a very long time, but I seem to remember liking it. So, yeah, David would love to get back into it. And it's something him and Aiden would like to do together. So, yes, there is no prizes or giveaways because it's too hard on the pocketbook and we're trying to save money. So it's just a fun thing and it helps inspire people, give people ideas on what they can do for Christmas gift instead of necessarily shopping. Though I will say I did shop Amazon Prime Days yesterday and today for a few Christmas presents, but yeah, so not that I'm finding huge amount of deals, but I am happy because I've been looking for a pencil Christmas tree for my kitchen because of the space. I have a tree in my kitchen. Yes, I do. I love Christmas, friends. I love it. And I love decorating for it. And, but the tree, it's too big for what I have in there. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to put it up. The last 2 years, I managed to do it, but it was difficult. And this year's even more so. So I've been wanting a pencil tree, the tall, skinny ones. And the price on them has been ridiculous. I mean, $200-300. Nope, Lynn's not doing that. Amazon Prime had one yesterday for $50 Canadian. Sold, and it's supposed to be here this weekend. So I hope it looks good. It looks great in the picture. That's what I've been wanting. So I'm hoping it comes. So yeah, it's just it's so hard, and that's what I'm worried about. How do I keep the feed? Because I know there is different feed. So that's why I'm wondering, how do I keep the chickens out of their feed? Because I don't want my egg layers eating a lot of protein, and I don't want the turkeys eating not enough protein. So that's why we were thinking about raising them separate. Yeah, I think we're probably going to. So it is a great, I have found so many new channels through the collaborations I've been on this year. It has been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. A little disappointed I didn't get invited to Croctober because that is actually how I found the majority of you all who I watched the last few years that you all participated. And I was looking forward to it because I love my crock pot this time of year. It's pretty much out on my stove 7 days a week at this point. But I'm still having fun watching it. So you use the same feed as your chicken and they're okay. I think the main thing is your turkeys maybe just won't grow as quickly if you're getting them on the less protein. Like I have to do some more research. Thank God we have until March or April before we got to put them in. Oh, fine. No, Randy, that's no problem. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it so much and have a great day. School time. Yep. Awesome. Have a good day at school. Busy mom there. Did you see the casserole crock pots? No, I have not. There's a crock pot that's for casseroles. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like being in school again, when you don't get picked for the team. I guess that one is not an open one. So that one's a little harder to join. So, yeah, it does hurt my feelings a little bit. I'm like, darn it, I really wanted to get asked to that one. So, oh, that is awesome. The people who put that on would be so lovely to hear that because that's the whole point, right, of doing these collabs. So, working on their schoolwork. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lynn going to Amazon right now to see if there's a casserole. Okay, let me see. Do I just search casserole crock pot? Let's see what we got. Okay, so it kind of looks like my roaster. What do they mean by 2.5 quart? I hate this. I do not understand measurements at all. Math is not my. Oh, that looks like a good size because the kids aren't huge. Oh, and it can go in the oven. The inside, obviously, not the. Oh, there's one in my color. Oh, no, that's just a 7-quart slow cooker. Okay, I'm going to keep my eye out. That one's $58, so I'm going to keep my eye out and see if I can. Maybe they'll have one go on for Black Friday. So, yep, exactly. And it's a lot. I love the open collabs because I'm not worrying about who's supposed to put one out when and keeping track of everybody. And we'll do the playlist. Like we'll keep adding you just like I did with Stock It September, which woohoo, that was a great success. I'll just keep adding that to the playlist every time everyone puts one up. I'll do my best. Annette and I'll do our best. So, oh, it's a pencil tree Christmas tree. Pencil shaped pencil Christmas tree. I can't talk. So I have the big one. My small one broke on me a couple years ago and I never replaced it because my Instapot can also be a crock pot. Like you can slow cook in that. So I didn't, and I don't want any more appliances, but I miss having my small one. So a pencil pine Christmas tree. 2.5 quarts is about 10 cups. That is oh, my colors are, I love teal. I love greens. I mean, hence the colors of my house. Those are my colors. I love them. The turkeys are taller. The feed bucket could go way up. Mine have a flat black bucket up higher. Okay. Yes, very narrow. I'm always down for dessert. So I'm just going to go see if I can find the one I got. Then shopping on going to Amazon while I'm on my live. That is so typical. Orders. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. So, and this one, it comes in a whole bunch of different colors too. I was really tempted really tempted to get the tealy one, but that one wasn't on sale. So, okay, let me come back to here. So this is what I got. Right there. That's what I got. So there's a $5 off coupon, which brings it down to $55. I think I said 50. I meant 55. And it does come in different heights. You can get 7 feet, which is also, so that brings it down to 70 because the $5 coupon's for that. But I loved this one. Where is it? But this one wasn't on sale. So I didn't get it. Or, I mean, it's on sale, but it was more money. But it's so pretty. But I stuck with the, even that one's pretty. But they have them in green, I think black, deep blue, black, pink, and white. And I love it. And it's going to fit in my kitchen so much better than the typical Christmas tree that we have. So, yeah, not a bad price at all for that. So I didn't get invited either. I invited myself. Did you tell them you were joining, Mandy, or did you just do it? So that pizza casserole in the crock pot you made, that looked really, really good. So Lynn, search this one. Okay. All right, let me search it, Jean. Elite Gourmet 5240 casserole. Oh, Karen, did you end up getting a sublimation printer? Were you able to find one? Yeah, I've seen a few people have the wall Christmas tree. Oh, that's pretty. That's a great idea. Thank you, Tiffany, for joining. Thank you. I'm only probably going to stay on myself a few more minutes because I got a lot to do. Okay, Jean, I am looking at. Oh, okay. Comes in red. Red is not one. Oh, you can get it in silver too. So here in Canada, that one is $130. I won't be getting that anytime soon. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Is this it, Jean? I have one of the 4-foot pre-lit trees in the planter holder from Costco. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a white birch tree with lights on it that we leave up year round. Right now it's decorated for fall and Halloween. I did make a few Halloween crafts this long weekend. Finally was able to get some things done. I am desperately trying to organize my craft area so much. And yeah, here it's not under 50 for me. It might be cheaper for me to buy it through the American Amazon and ship it because it's $135 Canadian. Yeah, my wish was when we finally were able to buy our own home, I told my husband, I'm going to have a tree in the kitchen. We're going to have a tree in the living room. The kids usually have their own tree with their ornaments. And we did have room for a lot of trees, but now we do the store, the stockpile. We just don't have the room anymore for all of them. So maybe our next house we'll be able to, we do put one outside on the front porch, but I did, but I haven't pushed the button yet. Yeah, I hear you. I don't want to eat. I didn't want to either. That's why I didn't do a whole lot of shopping because I just use my our debit cards or credit card. So, but it comes out of our account. But I just did very little. But like I said, I haven't found a whole lot of great deals personally on it. I am just Let me see. Yeah, it's $130 Canadian. That one, Jean, on my Amazon. That Home Shopping Network. Yeah, unfortunately, we weren't either. And then our Jeep had to have a ton of work. Our septic needed some work. Lily had a vet visit where she got spayed. Just, yeah. Um, it's been a rough 2 months. And our Jeep, we had to replace our, I think it's going to be tight for most people this year. I think worrying about, I just feel bad for the people with little ones that, you know, still have that belief or whatever. And you have to decide between feeding, getting groceries or presents. It's heartbreaking. I just did it. I love it. I'm going to, yeah. So we came out and David's like, I don't believe this. The windshield on the Jeep has got a crack in it. And I'm like, the windshield that's less than a year old? Because we just replaced one because of a crack. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, they convinced us to go through our insurance last year. It was actually $100 more because we had to pay our deductible to go through our insurance. But he said, if you do that, it's got a lifetime warranty. And we're like, okay, we'll go through our insurance. We'll pay the extra $100 it's going to cost us to go through the insurance. So we take it there. The guy crawls up on our hood with a jeweler's glass, looks at it for a good 5 minutes or so, and he goes, oh, no, that's not covered. That's not covered. You can see right here where something hit it. So David crawls up on the roof, and I'm sitting in the Jeep at this time. He crawls up, and he looks, and he's like, what? There's nothing there. He goes, feel right there. You can feel right there. Something hit it. And David's like, no, I can't feel anything. And I'm sorry, people, but we would have noticed something hitting our windshield and breaking it. So they're not covering it. They won't cover it. They said, oh, we'll make an appointment right now, blah, 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 and put you in, get you an appointment and get and replace it. And we'll go through your insurance again. And we're like, yeah, no, the last people we're going to go with are you. So now we have to get this one fixed. Coming home a couple days ago, we were behind a guy with a trailer. He did not have his trailer load secured right. Stuff started flying off. And something came out flying. I screamed because it scared the heck out of me. David was driving, hit my car windshield, and it's got a great big divot here. So we thought, okay, we'll get it just filled in. We'll fix it. Walk this cold weather that turned. We walked out yesterday, and there's a crack going all the way this way. There's one going this way, and there's one going up. So I have to replace my whole windshield too. 2 windshields are going to have to be replaced in our car. I am like very upset. Very upset. And I'm trying not to be stressed about it, but if we go through our insurance, it's $1,000 for both vehicles. We have got a couple calls in to a couple places to see what we'll get charged if we just pay out of pocket. But either way, we're probably looking at, even if we spend $300 on my windshield and, $400 on David's, it's still $700. So yeah, it is very maddening, especially where my car, I mean, it was scary, whatever hit our windshield. And my mother's like, did you get the license plate? I'm like, Mom, like, he was gone so fast. He was flying. There's no way we could have got it. Like, we had to pull over because we weren't sure, like, if something else had hit us. It was bad. And there's not they might fine him for having an unsafe load. Who knows? But yeah, that's what David, he's lucky we are not the type of people that they could have dealt with. Like, we could have really lost our tempers and told them all what we thought of them and everything, but we're just not going to go to them again. And we sure as heck aren't going to recommend them anymore. I can tell you that. I hope you have a great day too. So yeah, it's just very, very stressful. Just knowing we have that expense now. And the vet's on us about getting Puggy's teeth cleaned again because it's been a year since he had them cleaned. Well, I'm sorry, that cost us over $1,300 a year ago to have his teeth cleaned. I can't afford to do that again. So we've been cleaning them ourselves, and I just don't like how they make you feel guilty. It doesn't make you a bad pet owner. Only the rich should not be allowed to have dogs or animals or pets, like, everyone deserves to have the love and companionship of an animal. And it really, 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 really irritates me. The vet fees are so expensive, and that you feel like a bad pet owner if you don't pay, these ungodly prices for different things. Like, it really, really bothers me. And so that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Oh, shoot. One of the other announcements I wanted to make. Shoot. So one of the other things I'm passionate about are women's health. Ladies, we need to take care of ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of anybody. And you all know, most of you here know my health struggles. I am a 4-time cancer survivor. The second time I had cancer, it was caught very early because I knew something was wrong, and I spoke up and said, hey, and my doctor even said to me, I wish more of my patients were more proactive with their health as you are. So it's October, and October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I did not have breast cancer, but I am a high risk for breast cancer because of the chemos and things I received during my other battles with cancer. So I did have to go twice a year. They now have me down to once a year. So that's good. It's not that bad. I promise you, it is not that bad. I'll tell you what is worse. Cancer is a hell of a lot worse than going and getting your mammograms. So if you have not had a mammogram in a long time, or you're due, I urge you all to call today, book an appointment for your mammogram. I was supposed to have mine in September. They're so far backed up here, I can't get in until February. I am on the cancellation list, so if they get a cancellation, I can get in because I'm lucky. I'm not that far from where the clinic is to go for them. It's like literally a 10-minute drive for me. And I'm high risk. It kind of bothers me a bit that I have to wait so long, but I make sure I take care of myself and check myself. But I'm just asking you, if I'm begging you, if it has been a while, please go. I'm telling you, cancer is a lot worse. It's not that bad. I'm lucky the technicians are very great. They've always been women, so that makes it easier. They're breast people. They're breast. It's not that bad. It's not that uncomfortable. It's a little uncomfortable for like a blink, and then the pressure's gone. So yes, please, if it's been a while, please make one. Do it for yourselves. Do it for your families. You can't take care of anybody if you're not taking care of yourself. So that's one of my passions, is making sure women take care of themselves. So it is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get those mammograms. So, absolutely, this is what I tell everybody. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's not. So yeah, I'm just, so mad. We do. We use it. We have a different one that is a dental. They both eat it. So proactive and good advocate for themselves. Yes. Time for mammogram. Yeah, I don't find it that painful, but then again, my pain tolerance is a lot higher than it used to be because everything I've gone through, there's a lot more painful things I've been through than a mammogram. So I don't find it that bad. I really don't. I have a sister who had it. I have to get scanned. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and there are new machines, and there's actually in Kingston, which is about an hour from us, their mammogram clinic has a new machine where it scans you now. You don't get squished. And they said they get a lot better results from the scans. So I hope more places get that. Oh my gosh. It's maddening to me. Our healthcare here in Canada, it's a dumpster fire. It is so bad. All the money they waste on things, and it's like healthcare and education are the first two things they cut in the budget. I get it because they're the most expensive, but they're the most important. And it drives me insane that I'm so far, like, I go every year. I do too. Every year. I try to go every September, but I guess it's going to be February. Yes. Yep. That's something I don't do anymore because my last battle with cancer took all the stuff. I had to have a hysterectomy, a complete hysterectomy. I got that cancer from the chemo I got the second time I had cancer. And I knew I had a 60% chance of developing cancers from that chemo. So I went 5 whole years, and then I knew something was wrong. Again, I knew there was something going on, and I called my doctor. She got me right in, did a PAP, and said, I don't like the looks of this. And it was cancer again. And I'm lucky I didn't have to go through chemo again. Surgery cured it. I say that, but it's not been fun dealing with that stuff. So I don't have to get that, but that is absolutely another thing women need to have done every year. You need to have one. I had a friend who went years without one, and at 25 years old, she had to have a complete hysterectomy. Never had a chance. She hadn't even met anybody yet, fallen in love, never had children, nothing, because she did not go and take care of herself even when she was having symptoms. And she almost died. That's when they found out, oh my God, what is going on? And they end up having to do a complete hysterectomy. Thankfully, she's still here, over 25 years later almost, she's still a survivor. But yeah, if she'd just gone and gotten it early, she probably wouldn't have had to go through that at such a young age. So I am just such an advocate for women taking care of themselves and making sure you get to the doctor. I know they aren't the funnest things. Let's face it, they aren't. But I'm telling you personally, cancer is a lot worse than getting that done every year. It is so much worse. And the things I deal with since are so much worse. So, yes, please get your mammograms, get your pap test. If you're just not feeling good, go in for a checkup. You could just need, you might just be depleted in some vitamins and minerals and things. It could be something simple. It could not be. And if it is something, God forbid, it is something bad, if you catch it early enough, it's not a death sentence. Okay. So I think that's how I'm going to end my live. I've been on for a little over an hour, so that's pretty good morning. I've got a busy day ahead of me. I got some more crocheting to do and some canning to get going on. So, I'll wrap this up. I thank you all. I think at one point I had 18 people in my chat today. So that is awesome. If you're watching the replay, thank you again. And don't forget, November 1st, I will do a video. I'll try and get a video out in the next week or two about the Handmade Homemade Christmas that I'm co-hosting with Annette from Our Ermine Homestead. And yes, it is. And I make David go. Absolutely make David go for his checkups too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. I've got a few ideas I've got in my head for some gifts that I want to do. So you all have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. We're supposed to get a lot of rain this weekend. So I got to try and maybe get that garlic out into the garden. And yes, Jamie, I think an open collab on desserts would be cool, especially with the holidays coming. And God bless you and everyone in the chat. And until then, we will see you all soon. And there's a video coming out this afternoon at 3:00. So, because it is Wednesday. So make sure you look for that. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.